I was at a mate's funeral the other week, and unfortunately, well, there's been a few of those of late. And there's something I keep noticing after these moments, at the wake, in the conversations, in the quiet chats off to the side. People start talking about all the things they want to do, the places they want to go to, the things they've been putting off, bucket lists that suddenly feel urgent. And I get it, because it's natural to feel this way in these circumstances. But on the way home afterwards, I had this thought. What actually is it that everybody is feeling in those moments? I'm not sure if it's clarity around what matters, because I get the sense that it might actually be pressure. And I think we might be getting something wrong about what it actually means to die with regrets. So in this video, I'll chat briefly about my mate, but I want to share with you what the people were saying, the perspective it gives, and most importantly, give you something to ponder over, to ask yourself if how you're living is actually aligned with what matters to you. If you're new here or you're a returning viewer, I'm Paul and thanks for stopping by. Now, let's see if we can make sense of all of this. So having found myself in these situations a number of times of late, you constantly hear people saying, life is too short, I need to start doing more, I don't want to have regrets. And on the surface that makes sense, because when something like this happens, it does shake you, especially when it's a close friend. And unexpectedly, as it was in this example. It reminds you that time isn't endless, especially in retirement, or if you're contemplating retirement, or just simply as we age more. So the natural reaction is to think, I need to fit more in. So to put some reality into this, here's the thing I can't stop thinking about. My mate, he was only 57. No question he was taken way too young. And there was no warning. But in those 57 years, he lived a full life. He was a doer. He was the kind of person who always made time for people, and he made them matter. And yeah, he sure made a difference. It was like he was never waiting around for someday. So I found myself thinking, if somehow you could ask him if he left us with any regrets, what would he say? Well, look, obviously, apart from the guilt of leaving his wife behind, his mutually devoted wife, because they were super close and did most things together, I don't think he'd be up there saying, I wish I'd done more in the time he had. And that's the thing that struck me after receiving the shock news of his passing, and it really stayed with me. Whilst at the wake and chatting with friends, as well as hearing the people around me, they were all saying things like, I'm going to fast track my retirement. I'm going to travel more, start ticking things off because I don't want to run out of time. And again, I understand where that comes from. But I do reckon there's a different energy to all of that, because it doesn't feel like clarity. It actually feels like pressure, like we've suddenly been reminded that time is limited and all of a sudden we now need to rush. So yeah, it was most definitely a reality check and something that really opened your eyes. But maybe that's not what this is really about. Because when I think about my mate and when I think about what regret actually looks like, I don't believe it's about not doing enough things. I think it's much quieter than that. It's things like not saying what needed to be said, not spending time where it actually mattered, staying or being in things longer than you should have, not being honest about how you really wanted to live. That's a very different kind of regret, and I reckon we've all been guilty of that. And I also reckon that's something you don't necessarily fix by rushing around trying to do more. When I link this back to retirement, I've already started to shift how I see all of this. And when you experience moments like the other week, and bloody tough moments they were, they don't make me want to suddenly cram more into life. They make me stop and ask, is how I'm living actually aligned with what matters to me? Not what sounds good, not what looks good, but what genuinely feels right. So yeah, it's worth thinking about. So putting all of this together and into a different perspective. Maybe it's not about trying to avoid regret by doing more and more. Maybe it's about living in a way where regret doesn't quietly build up in the background. And maybe it's more about where you're present, where you're honest, where your time is deployed to. Is it to the right places? And I don't necessarily mean more places, just the right ones. And I keep coming back to this. There's a big difference between living fully and living with this quiet pressure that you're running out of time. So I'm curious, because after moments like this, after losing someone, do you feel that pull to do more? Or does it make you question what really matters? Leave a comment below, because I'd really be interested to hear if this is something that you've been challenged by. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, and bye for now.